Hey guys, in this video, I want to circle back and talk a little bit about OpenAI's chat and how we've been using it, what I have learned so far in the last, I guess it's been about a month now. And I haven't been using it every day, but we definitely been putting it to use. So I'd like to share that. And I got some thoughts on it. I think it's definitely cool, but there's some things to think about. So stick with me. All right, so everybody's talking about it and we're all kind of playing around with this thing. And, you know, the whole premise of AI and chat is not anything new in this business of digital marketing. That, you know, we've had writing software and things for many years to tap into to help with content creation and other tasks. But it seems that, you know, now suddenly like the cat's out of the bag or whatever cliche you want to apply to it. But everybody can like kind of tap into the thing now. So I've been using it for sure. And I can tell you there's some really great advantages to having it kind of on your desktop. And there's also areas where it just doesn't seem like it applies at all. So here's the thing that I feel pretty confident about. It's not taking over anybody's job, so to speak, I don't think. I think that's a little bit crazy because it only, again, kind of still follows along with the basic rules of computing. It needs input to come up with stuff. It's not going to like take over and run your business for you. It's not going to develop strategy. It's not going to, you know, be able to do any sort of high level application type theory about where it can be used. Like it can't, it's kind of a strange thing. It just, I don't know. It's not a threat to people that are thinking and being creative in any way, I don't think. However, it's a pretty cool tool to help plug in and leverage where appropriate when you're building something out, like specifically in this space. But even all along, like, you know, forms and questionnaires and other things that you got to scratch, right? You can kind of tap into that thing and get it to at least rough stuff out for you that you can then tailor down to your specific situation. I've gone round and round and round and round with it, like many other people on YouTube and in the rest of the world, and tried to get it to like refine and, you know, change the tense and, you know, tone of voice and all these other things. And it definitely can get there, but then it kind of taps out. You know, it doesn't always just hit a total bullseye with everything, but there are some things that comes right up and it, you know, like sometimes lists, it seems really good at lists. Like, give me a list of this, give me a list of that, you know, give me an outline for this, give me an outline for that. Pretty quality stuff. It's actually very impressive. But I mean, what's the point of all that if it doesn't fit into anything, right? So that's what I'm saying is that I don't think it's a huge threat to people that are, you know, thinkers and doers, because it's just like every other computer. It needs a human on the other end to play ball. So, you know, I don't think it's anything to worry about. I just think it's another wicked tool that we have now at our disposal. And I think it is pretty rad for search, and I can definitely see how that's going to evolve into something cool. I think the other thing about it that is fascinating to contemplate is that we'd all sort of have ours, like we all sort of have our cloud account or cloud storage, or we have our this account or that account that we interface with, like, and we've been touching AI for quite some time, just sort of innocuously. Like if you look at any of the music streaming services, they sort of have like, oh, here's a playlist that we suggest for you. It's like from your history. Right, that there's been some of that tech woven into little things like that have been responsive or programmatic, which is part of advertising. So, you know, that sort of comes from there, but also has some different applications. And I think it's interesting to contemplate that maybe we end up with one that does learn us, learn our needs, like learn our calendar, learn our inbox, learn who calls and texts us, like sort of can provide some help on the front lines with our communications. And then maybe knows other things like our musical tastes, our fashion tastes, our shopping habits, our reading habits, our news consumption, whatever all that is, right? And then it's sort of like this almost virtual assistant, if you will. I don't know. I mean, kind of like Alexa's trying to be in our homes, or Google Home, like you got that kind of like, oh, we're going to help you with all this stuff. Like we'll give you a recipe, but maybe it's smarter and maybe it's more personalized at some point. I don't know, but it's definitely neat and worth playing with if you're not testing it out and like having it do some emails and like maybe get it to do some copywriting for you. I think that's a great, application. You can learn some stuff from it, definitely in that regard. So don't give up on it, but I don't think it's anything to be terrified about right now. Who knows? Starts taking over the world and going all Terminator on us. That's a whole nother conversation. But for today, I think we're safe. Catch you on the next one. Go ahead and subscribe, like this video. Go play with AI, man. You can't ignore it. That's for sure. See you then.